The following is a presentation of Riverfront Radio Sports. Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine presents South Dakota High School Basketball on Black Hills Gold Hits, KDSJ. Brought to you by Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dana Dental Arts, Fisher Sand and Gravel, Jake's Collision Repair, Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram, Heinzerling Concrete, the South Dakota Attorney General's Division of Consumer Affairs, Van Way Trophy and Awards, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating, the Stadium Sports Grill, False Bottom Container and Storage, Butte Electric, Superior Auto Sales, Pill and Optical, Beef Logic, Butte County Equipment, Auto Doctor, Phillips 66 at Exit 14 and Exit 8, Tropical Smoothie Cafe, and A&J Screening. Welcome to the Jake's Collision Repair Countdown to Tip-Off, live from the Monument Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Here's Cody Oliver.
Thanks, Cody, and welcome in live to the Spearfish High School Gymnasium as we have another Black Hills Conference matchup on the docket tonight between the Spearfish Lady Spartans and the Hot Springs Lady Bison. Game one of our doubleheader tonight here on KDSJ Sports on all your favorite KDSJ Sports platforms on 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com, the KDSJ Sports mobile app, and also on your television screen at KDSJ-TV on YouTube and on Facebook. Good evening from the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, the official sports medicine provider to several high schools in the Black Hills and colleges, as well as colleges and high schools in Northeast Wyoming. As again, we have a Black Hills Conference doubleheader. It's been a while since we have basketball here on KDSJ Sports. Our last broadcast came back on the 8th of January, so it has been about 12 days since we have been here in a basketball gym. Of course, we had wrestling on KDSJ-TV, but for KDSJ Radio and online, high school basketball, Spearfish High School Basketball returns to the radio waves. Good evening. Clayson Davis in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth, joined by the one and only technical director, Paul James with KDSJ-TV, joining us here as well. And, Paul, we got two teams here in this girls contest that have different trajectories, as Hot Springs struggled the past few years, but they got a very, very young team with freshmen galore, 8th graders, only one senior, one junior, and the rest are underclassmen. And meanwhile, you look at Spearfish, stumbled a bit coming out of the gate versus Rapid City Stevens especially. But then last time we saw them, 12 days ago, they dominated Hill City up and down the floor. What do you expect to see tonight from both teams?
That's exactly. I mean, you've got Hot Springs that's so young, and they're going to take so many lumps, especially when you're playing a double-A opponent, even maybe a double-A opponent that it maybe isn't near the tops, or when you've got that much inexperience out on the floor, it's gonna take a while to get some things figured out. So I'm sure they hope to have a lot figured out here in the next few years as they move towards getting some upperclassmen on that team. But for now, it's pretty young, and it's a one-win season thus far. So what you got to do is go out there and make the best of it. Try to get your girls used to playing with each other, and the system that they're in. It's different than what they've done before, and a lot of them are skipping a step, not able to play a lot of JV before they're being thrown out there to the wolves, so to speak, to play varsity. So it's going to be tough for them. But Spearfish, this is a game where now you need to obviously come to play, but now you got to work on some of those things that maybe have been giving you trouble. You've got a real game situation in front of a crowd. It's always different than on the practice floor, so this is a perfect opportunity to try to clean some of those things up. And I'm sure head coach Dakota Johnson would like to see a lot of mistake-free basketball tonight, or as much of it as she can hope for.
Exactly, as again, it's been 12 days since we had Spearfish Spartan basketball here on the radio waves and on KDSJ-TV. It's the Hot Springs Bison and the Spearfish Spartans doubleheader tonight here on KDSJ Sports. A girls' game here to tip off roughly around 6 o'clock. The boys' game will follow. Supposed to be a 7:30 tip, but it could go longer, it could go shorter.
Right.
We're never on time,
yeah,
so
no.
it always depends. But
and also, you mentioned it's been 12 days, and that's because one of the games was postponed because of the high winds.
Exactly.
Was it a Friday night? So Douglas schools decided to call school off. So when you call school off, you can't have your sporting events. So that game got postponed. It'll be now on January 31st.
Yep. So it'll be Saturday, January 31st. We'll have that on KDSJ-TV. But tonight we have the Spearfish Spartans and the Hot Springs Lady Bison tonight in game number 1. It's our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. We will take a 2-minute timeout, come back and look at both of these teams a little bit deeper as we have high school basketball back on the radio waves. We're back in 2 minutes on KDSJ Sports.
A world of few guarantees, Jake's Collision Repair stands behind all of their work with a lifetime guarantee. Jake's Collision Repair uses only original parts made by your vehicle's manufacturer instead of lower quality aftermarket parts. Certified technicians work with the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and Jake's Collision Repair is preferred by most insurance companies and works with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair, 2416 Junction Avenue in Sturgis and 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedics to find out more.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic, Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base Sports Nutrition Program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
And welcome back to the Spearfish High School Gym. Clayson Davis and Paul James here in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Here with our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. The Black Hills home team for collision repairs at 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish and off exit 32 Junction Avenue in Sturgis. As we roll through our pregame show, fourth quarter right now of the boys JV with about 2 minutes left to go. Spearfish leading Hot Springs 51-33. The varsity team for Spearfish out on the floor, balls in their hand, basketballs in their hand, ready to go. And we will look at their opponent tonight, the Hot Springs Lady Bison. 1-8 on the season. A tough year so far for Coach Mike Remington and crew. But again, the Bison, very young, according to my math, which we all know is not great, but 8 freshmen make up the team.
Wow.
8 freshmen, an 8th grader, 1 sophomore, 1 junior, 1 senior.
That's amazing. 1 senior. Now, I get it, the numbers are smaller in a town like Hot Springs. Nobody needs to preach to us, either one of the two of us, about having a small enrollment in a school. So, underclassmen play. It's just the way it is. But there's a few more kids in and around Hot Springs and in Hill City and some of those other schools as well. But to have that many freshmen and only 1 junior and 1 senior.
And especially the Hot Springs volleyball team we saw earlier this season, actually right here in this building, upset the Spearfish Lady Spartans in volleyball, ruined their senior day and all but kicked them out of hosting a Sodak 16 game. So the Bison, they have come into Spearfish and they have upset the Spartans before. So that's why we play the game.
That's right.
Looking at the Lady Bison, again, 1-8 on the season, scoring only 26 points per contest. They have struggled scoring the ball on the offensive side of the floor, But the defense has also been a little bit of a problem. 54 points a game given up on average of the season. So they lose each game by an average of about 28 points, according to statistics. But again, Coach Remington's crew looking to turn that around tonight. As again, the Lady Bison started off the year with a 54-8 loss at Hill City before they lost to Alliance, Nebraska, Rapid City Christian, and then 3 straight road games against tough opponents. 8-2 Lakota Tech, they lost 15-67. Lost to Chadron, Nebraska, a Class C school, so roughly a smaller AA school by South Dakota standards. Earlier this year as well, 70-38, then lost to a really good Bennett County squad. We all know the talent that Bennett County has in Class B. I lost to them 75-8 before they lost to Bennett County again, the first round of the West River Tournament. But then they got a win over Edgemont, their first win of the season. Edgemont talked with former Black Hill State University kicker Jacob Parks, who's now the head trainer for Hot Springs. And, yeah, he lives around the Edgemont area. Actually, his wife is the head coach of the Lady Moguls, and they're in the similar boat, only at a smaller school, as in they have less kids, as in 4 high schoolers, and the rest are middle school.
Well, there you go.
So,
that
again,
doesn't get much smaller than that.
We talk about not complaining about small enrollment. I think that might even have Paul and I beat for where we went to high school.
That's pretty solid there.
And then after that, they lost 37-29 to Newell. So they ended up 6th place in the West River Tournament and got their first win of the season. 1-5 on the road, 0-2 in the Black Hills Conference. Again, if we haven't made this point already, a very young Hot Springs squad. I keep wanting to say Hill City, but that was our last broadcast. But a very young Hot Springs squad, still trying to find their identity under head coach Mike Remington. 8 freshmen, 1 sophomore, 1 8th grader, only 2 upperclassmen to establish leadership. And that will be from junior Ariana Rooks, a power forward at 5'9", and the center, that's Susanna Campbell at 5'11". Those two will have their hands full dealing with the likes of Tierson Grubb and also trying to keep up with the Spartan speed. Some keys to the game for Hot Springs: must make baskets. That's what wins you the contest, is if you score more points than the other team. That's kind of the whole point why we play this sport. You got to be able, Hot Springs also has to be able to play with their own tempo, because Spearfish, like we saw versus Hill City, they will run up and down the court and they will play aggressive man-to-man defense the entire night and have it tomorrow. So for Hot Springs, you need to be able to play your pace of basketball. Make Spearfish slow down. That's one thing that we've seen Spearfish struggle with, is slowing down, playing at a slower pace, and playing half-court offense and half-court defense. They've been susceptible to mistakes or lack of brief glimpse, lacks of focus. And for Hot Springs, it also shortens the game as well, so your offense isn't able to score as many points. And that brings up the last key, and that is time of possession. It's a big stat in football. It's the same thing for basketball. You need to be able to hold on to the basketball so that the Spearfish offense can't run and gun up and down the floor and get easy transition points while also forcing steals. Some keys to the game for the 1-8 Hot Springs Lady Bison. Paul, anything to add before we go to break?
Yes, as well as the Bison, slowing up, slowing the game down to their pace. Try to put some pressure on the Spearfish guards. We've seen Spearfish guards at times lose a handle on the ball, make some bad passes. So if they can create any turnovers, get any easy buckets out of that, that's definitely a positive for them.
The band is playing, the fans are filling in here in Spearfish, and we got high school basketball coming up in a matter of moments. We will lay the foundation in 2 minutes when head coach Dakota Johnson joins us with our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off, as Coach Johnson joins us on KDSJ Sports in 2 minutes.
Come with me now.
You just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Your vehicle is more than just a ride. It's a part of your life. And Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will get you road ready. From a multi-point inspection, brakes, batteries, and tires, the certified technicians in Junix Service Department will keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish. Make eating better, easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood, all with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Back with our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off between the Lady Spartans and the Lady Bison tonight inside the Spearfish High School gym. Head coach Dakota Johnson from the Spearfish girls basketball team joins us again. Coach, the last time we talked, again, we usually recap the last contest. Well, you guys didn't have a contest as, again, the Douglas game ended up being postponed. So now you guys haven't had a game in almost over 2 weeks. So talk about where the mindset has been as far as first learning that you weren't going to be playing versus Douglas, and how did that shift your mentality here to deal with this long break?
It obviously sucks anytime that you can't get a game or have to swap around and stuff, and it just makes the schedule that much harder to navigate moving forward. But we just try to tell the girls it's state tournament prep. You want to get to the point of the year where you're feeling super busy and you're feeling like you can maintain that competitiveness and that toughness through those schedules where you have a lot of games right in a row. So all in all, I think it'll be good for us. Obviously, it sucks to go this last almost 2 weeks, like you said, without a game, but we tried to get after them a little bit and kind of get that competitive edge to stay up at a high level in these last few practices. And I know the girls are itching to get back on the floor and get a game in tonight.
As far as keeping focus during that almost 2 week span, what were some of the major areas that you tried to improve before this gauntlet of Class A, Black Hills Conference, and AA home opponents here in the next few weeks?
Like I said, we just had to try to keep that competitive edge. We focused a lot on us, tried to get a lot of shots up and that sort of thing, and put them into positions where they'll see some things that we'll see coming up here in these next couple of weeks, as far as offenses and defenses, and but we obviously can't kill them when they're not going to have a game in a few days. So it's been a lot of ups and downs and that sort of thing, but just trying to keep our minds right, trying to stay in shape and keep our shots fresh and that sort of thing.
I know last week we talked a little bit about this with your assistant coach, Coach Jamie Santour, but I want to hear your opinion of this, as it seemed like there was an attitude shift between the Stevens contest and Hill City, as you had the girls flying all over the court, both offensively and defensively. What were some of the key attributes that went into that almost that extra edge that the girls seemed to have versus Hill City?
I think, when you're put in a position where we obviously didn't have a great game against Stevens. They were disappointed a little bit in the outcome. Obviously, you never want to lose a game like that, but I think they also were able to see some of their potential. We could have gotten that game against Stevens, and I think that kind of set a fire in them. and they used that fire going into Hill City and took care of business as they should have. And now I hope they continue to use that fire moving forward.
Now with the long break, how does the injury report look like now that you've had maybe a little time to improve and also rest up some players?
Yeah, we just kind of focused on that. Any bumps and bruises we had, we make sure we got the treatment for that, and our strength coach is doing a great job of keeping us, in shape and strong and that sort of thing. So we just are trying to maintain that and doing well so far.
As alluded to earlier, you guys are starting the gauntlet of Black Hills Conference opponents, some of the best in the conference with Mapialuta and St. Thomas More coming up right down the barrel right before you guys have a home AA stand versus some East River teams. So with the schedule starting to ramp up, how important is it to have a good game tonight and to build some confidence before that gauntlet of a schedule coming up?
It's huge. We got to make sure that we take care of business, and, it's hard not to look at the schedule ahead of us, but we've got to just look at day by day, take care of business tonight, and then make sure we have a really good practice and just win each day moving forward. We're not going to be able to beat Mapialuta today, so we have to make sure we take care of business today against Hot Springs and then have a really good practice and so on and so forth. So it's very tempting to look ahead and, see that busy schedule and see that competition that we got coming up, but we just try to keep the girls where their feet are and focus on winning each day.
Speaking of Hot Springs, your opponent tonight, struggling a little bit this season, only with the single win, but what do you see on film that the Bison do well, and who or what do you need to be prepared for in tonight's game?
Obviously you can't take any team for granted. They're going to come out and give us their best, and so we got to make sure we give them our best too. And that's kind of what we're focusing on. We're focusing on us and making sure we're executing offensively and defensively, and can't let anyone get any confidence and that sort of thing. Just we've been focusing a lot on how we can get better. We've been watching a lot of past game film and that sort of thing in prepping for this, to just kind of fine tune some of those mistakes that we've had early. And we're hoping that we can show that progress tonight.
And finally, Coach, what are keys to a win versus Hot Springs?
Just maintaining our pace, making sure we're dictating what we do offensively, and focusing on our defensive pressure, letting that create some offense for us as well.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we appreciate the time joining us on KDSJ Sports, and good luck in tonight's matchup.
You bet. Thanks for having me.
That's head coach Dakota Johnson joining us with our Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off between the Spartans and the Hot Springs Lady Bison. Don't go away. We got more of our pregame show coming up, as the tip-off between the Bison and the Spartans is coming up right after this.
Whether you've lived here for years or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand-patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fisher Sand and Gravel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects from a pickup load to thousands of tons. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
It's back. The $9.95 Friday Steak Special returns to Deadwood at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. As you dine on delicious bites, watch the Gold Dust Casino action from a table overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 200 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. Then use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels located off Main Street, right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
In a land.
And we're back here at the Spearfish High School gym. Clayson Davis and Paul James from the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Before we get to the matchup menu, let's continue to lay the foundation to tonight's matchup between the Spartans and the Hot Springs Bison. I swear, Paul, I'm going to say Hill City once. I feel it coming. It's going to happen.
I had it on my brain earlier. I saw their logo earlier. It was the last game that we were at for high school as well. So apologies to the folks from Hot Springs. For whatever reason, Hill City is stuck in there.
It is the last game we had, but again, laying the foundation segment that's brought to you by Heiserling Concrete. You can give them a call at 605-210-2320. This time, looking at the Spearfish Spartans. 3-2 on the season so far after that 53-35 win over Hill City, as we just heard from head coach Dakota Johnson. The Spartans have a new competitive edge that they've sort of adopted over the last few games, as again they struggled versus Rapid City Stevens, actually led in that contest and then lost 39-50 as the game got away from them in the fourth quarter, but then came out the dominant win at the new year, new team, new us, with a 53-35 win versus Hill City. And of course they've also been sitting on the bench, sitting on the couch, as they've had about 12 days since their last contest, with the Douglas game being postponed from last Friday. They will play that now on January 31st. But tonight they got Hot Springs, and might be very easy to overlook a 1-8 team, especially when you're traveling to undefeated and number 1 in Class A, Makialuta, on Thursday. We'll have that here on KDSJ Sports, but with a long stretch of tough Black Hills Conference games and AA games here in Spearfish, you need to get off to a good start tonight.
You do, and hopefully that hunger is there too, because you haven't played in that long, and you're like, it's practice, practice, practice. Geez, I just want to play a game. And usually that much time off, you just can't wait to get out there and go and not be running drills or rerunning plays, and just kind of letting your ability take over and having some fun playing the game. That's part of it too. So I would look for Spearfish, hopefully, to get off to a good start and a fast start here in this one tonight.
Spearfish scoring around 45 points per game, allowing 42, looking to maybe tighten up the defensive side. In the games they've lost, they have allowed more than 50 points, allowed 52 to Aberdeen Central, who still is my dark horse favorite to win the girls' AA state title, and 50 points to Rapid City Stevens. Again, only 26 points per game for Hot Springs, but especially in a game where it might be easy to overlook your opponent, I believe that head coach Dakota Johnson will be looking even closer at the girls' performance tonight, as again, there's really no excuse. Not saying that Hot Springs is just going to be a pushover, but in a game when you're just simply out-experienced, when you're going up against 8 freshmen, there shouldn't be much room for mistakes tonight.
There shouldn't be, and you should be able to run pretty crisply. You should be able to make some really good passes tonight. You should be able to run your plays smoothly. You should be able to find open people on the floor. So I'm sure there's an expectation with Dakota Johnson about how she wants this game to flow tonight. And if she could get that out of her girls tonight, it makes you feel better going into a game and to an opponent like Mapaialuta coming up on Thursday.
Spearfish 3-0 versus teams with a losing record. They are undefeated at home. Actually, 3-1 at home. 2-0 versus Class A teams, 2-0 versus the Black Hills Conference. Let's look at our matchup menu being brought to you by the South Dakota Beef Industry Council and Beef Logic. Matchups tonight, not a lot going on in high school basketball tonight, Paul, as you can tell because you're the one who made my graphic. So first of all, thank you for that.
It only took one page, so.
Here on KDSJ-TV. For those who are listening on KDSJ Radio and online, well, tonight right here on KDSJ Sports, it's Hot Springs at Spearfish. Douglas is in the capital city taking on Pierre TF Riggs. Custer is at Chadron, Nebraska, taking on the Chadron Cardinals, not the Chadron State Eagles, although that is next week on KDSJ Sports with Black Hill State. St. Thomas More, they're at Lee Deadwood. Belfouche is at Hill City. Phillip, it pays a visit to New Underwood, Kadoka area at Wall. Sully Buttes is at Timber Lake. A look at some area games going on with the matchup menu. Let's take a time to look at our this week's South Dakota basketball girls power poll. As, again, a few of us here at KDSJ Sports, voters on this power poll, and this is what it looks like this week. Brandon Valley, the #1 team with 15 first-place votes. Sioux Falls O'Gorman, last year's state champion, they're second. Aberdeen Central, my pick for the state championship, they're third. Sioux Falls Washington, fourth. The only area team getting votes is going to be Rapid City Stevens, they're fifth. T-Area and Mitchell receiving votes in Class AA. In Class A girls basketball, and we talked about them briefly just a moment ago, but is #1 Mapaialuta from Pine Ridge here in the Black Hills Conference, undefeated, 10-0, all 15 first place votes. The last year's state runner-up via buzzer beater right here in Spearfish lost to Sioux Falls Christian, who's dropped out to now just receiving votes. But again, the Crusaders, #1, will have them on Thursday when we are live from Pine Ridge for the Spartans and the Crusaders doubleheader on KDSJ-TV. Lennox, the Orioles, who just lost to Mapaialuta in the Hanson Classic at the Corn Palace, they're second still. Hamlin comes in at 3. The Chargers, always a very good squad. Sioux Valley and Wagner round up the top 5 in Class A, where Hot Springs calls home. Clark, Willow Lake, West Central, Sioux Falls Christian all receiving votes. And while we're at it, let's look at Class B votes. Lineman #1 with 10 first-place votes, followed up by Parkston, #2 with 2 first-place votes. Last year's state champion, Bennett County Lady Warriors, jumps up a spot to 3. Centerville, everyone's #1 preseason favorite for the state title. They dropped to 4th after a few losses. The Ethan Rustlers jump into the top 5. They are 5th in the latest power poll, with literally half of the state, including Harding County, receiving votes.
I like how you put "and a lot more."
Because there's a lot more.
Yeah.
Again, that graphic on KDSJ-TV. That's a look at our matchup menu here, being brought to you by South Dakota Beef Logic. We'll take let's go 2-minute timeout, come back, and we'll name tonight's officials here on KDSJ Sports. It's the Spartans and the Bison. We'll name our officials next.
Clutter and chaos, the Container Queen has you covered. At False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, we've got premium containers and custom sheds fit for royalty. Whether you want to buy new or used, she can handle the delivery. High cube, side doors, double doors, you name it, she's got it. Visit fbccontainersandstorage.com or call today. False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, home of the Container Queen.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
For 20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC-certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14, Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
If it can be imagined, it can be created. Eaton Construction in Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling. Construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
Pillar.
Crowd is up on their feet as warm-ups concluding here in Spearfish as we're just moments away from tip-off. Apologize for the elongated pregame show as both teams were out on the floor warming up, then they were pulled off the floor, and then they restarted the entire timer, so hence why we have 1:13 left to go for warm-ups instead of actually getting into tonight's game. Let's name tonight's officials, being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Again, 2 different sets of officials, one set for the girls varsity game, the next set for the boys varsity game. So again, tonight's officials for this contest, we have Matt Berger, Bo Garcia, and Shane Gottlob. Here are tonight's officials, again being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. As again, both teams now making their way to the floor. Again, the Hot Springs Lady Bison 1-8 on the season, Spearfish 3-2. And looking at the series history, Spearfish has dominated 14-0 since 2012.
Yeah, it's quite the dominant showing by Spearfish here, and I know they want to keep that going here tonight, obviously, and they got a chance to do that this evening here as we get set to go. And of course, we'll start things off with a national anthem, and then we've got our Dana Dental Art starting lineups coming up.
So with that, we'll take a 2-minute timeout and come back with our Dana Dental Art starting lineups and the tip-off here on KDSJ.
Has been helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy, affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Pillin Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Pillin Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Todd Poling and the A&W team are excited to be bringing the classic A&W brand back to Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. And they're even more excited to be cheering on the Spearfish Spartans. Stop in for delicious burgers, chicken tenders, cheese curds, and of course their world-famous root beer made fresh in-house every day. Scan the QR code on your screen or mention the code Spartans25 for 10% off orders all day, every day. A&W in Spearfish, inside Walmart on 1st Avenue. Let's go Spartans!
In a world of few guarantees, Jake's Collision Repair stands behind all of their work with a lifetime guarantee. Jake's Collision Repair uses only original parts made by your vehicle's manufacturer instead of lower quality aftermarket parts. Certified technicians work with the latest state-of-the-art equipment, and Jake's Collision Repair is preferred by most insurance companies and works with all of them. Jake's Collision Repair, 2416 Junction Avenue in Sturgis and 4415 East Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish.
Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine is here when you need us for the extreme athletes or those everyday activities. From kiddos with broken bones to retirees with creaky knees. Whether you're pumping iron or planting petunias, we'll be in our clinic locations throughout the region working together. Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, getting you moving again. so you can confidently say, I'm back. Go to monument.health/orthopedic.
And welcome back to the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. It is time for tip-off. Here it's our Dana Dental Arts starting lineups, brought to you by Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish. Let our family care for your family. We'll start off with the Hot Springs Lady Bison. They'll start like this. Number 2, an 8th grader, 5'6" guard, Presley Trevelyan, wearing number 2. Number 10 is our Ariana Rooks, a 5'9" junior power forward, again wearing number 10. Emmy Baker is a 5'8" freshman forward, wearing number 11 for Coach Mike Remington's squad. Haley White is a 5'7" freshman guard, wearing number 12 for the Lady Bison. And finally, Susanna Campbell, the lone senior, a 5'11" senior center. The head coach for the Hot Springs Lady Bison is Mike Remington. They have a video here in Spearfish that they tried playing last week, and they didn't have the video play. Now we have the video.
But no audio.
Oh,
I'm hearing something.
Second time's the charm. And again, and now it's time for your Dana Dental Arts starting lineups for your Spearfish Spartans. They'll start like this. Adeline Bowman's a senior forward at 5'9", wearing number 3. Callie Reiners, the outstanding setter and Chadron State volleyball commit. She is a senior guard at 5'6". Taylor Viddo's a senior guard at 5'7", wearing the double ones, wearing number 11. The center in the middle, she'll be busy tonight. Tierson Grubb, she is a 5'10" senior forward. And the sharpshooter back in the lineup, Kate Sharf's a senior guard at 5'7", wearing the lucky number 23 for head coach Dakota Barry Johnson in her fifth season at the helm of the Spartans. So the Bison will start 8th grader, junior, freshman, senior, starting a 4th of their freshmen in their starting lineup. Spearfish will be entirely seniors. As all 5 seniors on the squad, all 5 start for head coach Dakota Johnson. Spearfish in the home white uniforms, the maroon numerals with Spartans across the front and the maroon outlines. Meanwhile, the Bison, they are in the all blue uniforms, white numerals and white accents. In the middle of the jump, the tip is controlled by Spearfish and Taylor Viddo, and we are off. Callie Reiners, the point guard tonight. She starts off the ball into the corner. That is Kate Sharf. Sharf dribbles baseline. The 2-3 zone defense. Reiners lets it fly from the outside. No good. Tierson Grubb with the putback left-hand hook shot, and it's good.
Nice job by Grubb getting the rebound down low and not being denied and getting the 2 points on the first possession.
Spearfish with a full court press. The Hot Springs Bison break it. And now we have Haley White goes to the outside, now into the corner. That is Ariana Rooks, the junior, and Rooks steps out of bounds.
Yep,
so
she dribbled down the end line there, so back to Spearfish it goes.
1-8, Hot Springs Lady Bison scoring around 26 points per contest. Spearfish scoring around a clip of 55 points a game as Reiners goes to the outside, and that pass is intercepted right away by Hot Springs, making the way with the left-handed layup coast to coast, and it's good. That is going to be the first 2 points for Haley White, the freshman.
I think that's precisely what head coach Johnson would like to avoid in a game like this tonight, is to make those passes.
Corner 3 by Kate Sharf, no good. Long rebound controlled by Tierson Grubb, goes to Viddo, and Viddo throws it clear out into the backcourt. Eventually is controlled by by Bowman, and there's another errant pass stolen away by Rooks. Rooks up the floor. The fast break is stopped up by Sharf. Shot is no good. Battle on the ground for the rebound is going to be a jump ball, and possession will stay with Hot Springs.
Yeah, just a couple of rough first passes there. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one to see a timeout here. To talk about how important it is to make clean passes.
2-2 ball game here with about 6:37 left to go. High inbounds pass controlled by Rooks. Brooks throws it inbounds, throws it straight to Tierson Grubb, up floor to Vito. Vito, fast break, cross court over to Reiners. Reiners didn't have the layup outside. Addie Bowman, three-pointer off the rim, no good. And the rebound controlled by Campbell. Hot Springs about had a turnover, but now the Bison running fast. They run the length of the court, and they get an easy transition layup.
Yep, and that's what I'm sure Spearfish was thinking they were going to be the ones doing here tonight, but Hot Springs coming ready to go.
So now the Bison, and about another turnover as Bowman threw that one right into the hands of a Bison defender, and luckily Spearfish able to keep possession. Here's an elbow three from Kate Scharf off back rim, no good. Rebound is between Tierson Grubb and a Lady Bison. Eventually coming up with the ball is Trevelyan. She will lob it straight to Kate Scharf with the steal. A Scharf handoff to Reiners over to Grubb. Grubb with the fast break, splits through the double team, doesn't get the layup, but will head to the line for two.
Yeah, Tierson got a pass and looked like Scharf was ready to give it up too and play some unselfish ball, but again, not a shot made there, not a layup made, but Grubb at least gets to go to the line to try two.
And Spearfish scoring around 45 points a game, has not had a game since the 8th of January. As Grubb misses the first free throw, and now a substitution on the court, as this is number 23 and Rayona Kindred, a 5'7" freshman forward. Grubb makes the second free throw. She's got all three of Spearfish's points, and they now trail 3-4. Now here's a steal by the press, quickly up floor. Tierson Grubb, she's now got 5.
Now good job, good pass quickly down to Grubb on that steal.
So all 5 points goes to Tierson Grubb, and now that's Kate Scharf about getting a steal, and now the Spearfish press starting to force some errant passes of the Lady Bison.
And that's what I would totally expect, of course, by Spearfish, to really be swarming either on a press or just coming out to press those guards way up top, just given their inexperience.
Still a full court press by Spearfish. Tierson Grubbs being the front man. You don't really see your center be the farthest away from the hoop. Meanwhile, Hot Springs breaking the press. A layup in the middle of the lane's no good. And the rebound goes to Callie Reiners. Missed shot by Kindred. Quickly up floor. That is Bowman. Splits through the double team. Shot is partially blocked, but he'll stay here with the Spartans.
And that, as you go through the season, you can see Bowman able to sneak through that little sliver there. That's where you really got to hang on to that ball and go up strong if you can and try to get a hoop.
Kate Scharf by herself. Top key three. Nailed it.
Knocked it down. Kate Scharf finally knocking down a three. What is she, about 1 for 3? I think she's missed a couple, but 33% ain't bad.
So that is the first Spearfish Spartan not named Tierson Grubb to score. And speaking of Grubb, here she comes with the steal.
Yeah, she's kind of been the one. She's all over the place here at this point, and she's actually out top now.
Yeah, as Tierson Grubb doing it all. Kate Scharf, here's a corner three, this time off the rim, no good. Grubb with the rebound. Reiners now with it. Thought about going baseline. Cross-court pass to Grubb. Swing the ball back to Reiners. Reiners wants to drive outside, goes to the corner. Now Grubb through the middle of the lane, backs it out, uses the glass, gets the layup and good, and a timeout by head coach Mike Remington.
Yeah, that was actually Kate Scharf took baseline there, went up nice and strong, yeah, and she was able to get 2 off the glass. So the Spartans getting a couple points real quick like there. As you see the three-pointer on KDSJ-TV from Scharf, she knocked down, and the Spartans are leading this one here 10-4.
And again, Scharf using the glass. That last drive went baseline, able to square up her shoulders to the backboard and use the glass to kiss it off for 2. Again, reminder, coming up on Thursday, we'll have more high school basketball as Spearfish will travel to Pine Ridge to take on 2 very good Makpia Luta Crusader squads, the undefeated #1 team in Class A taking on the Spartans, and the undefeated 4th-ranked team in boys Class A basketball, the Crusaders taking on Spearfish. That will be the first game that the Spearfish boys team that will face that has a winning record.
Yeah, they haven't had the opportunity to play a lot of competition thus far, and competition, of course, makes you stronger and better. So a little bit of that, though, is coming in the schedule. Don't worry.
So a turnover right away after that timeout by the Bison. Still a 2-3 zone. Kate Scharf elbow three, this time off rim, no good. The rebound is controlled by Rooks, and we got our first foul on the Spartans tonight. And they're going to grab it on Tierson Grubb.
Yep, Grubb gets her first. Now the press coming back again. You see Addie Bowman this time at the top of that press.
The Bison's able to break it quickly. They have a hard time dealing with the ball once they get trapped inside the paint, and that's the probably 5th or 6th steal by Tierson Grubb. She's just going to take it herself up the lane and then runs right into a Bison who calls the jump ball, and Emma Baker, one of the many freshmen we'll be seeing tonight, forces the jump ball and the turnover.
Yeah, good job by Baker there in the middle. Just get your hands on that ball. If it's brought down, you got to grab it.
So Hot Springs really hasn't had much of a problem breaking the press. They've just had a hard time scoring off the press in transition. Three-pointer, top the key, nothing but the bottom of the net.
I think they heard you on that one. So there's a three-pointer, brings the Bison within 3.
That was a Presley Trevelyan with the 3. Reiner's in the corner now on offense. Doesn't dribble, swung the ball to the outside. That is Bowman. Cross-court shot to Reiner's, thought about the corner. Goes to Scharf, top key. Bowman, elbow 3, back rim, too strong, no good. Rebound controlled by Rooks. Quickly up floor, and Rooks' ball still in the way by Addie Bowman. Bowman, again, she was lights out from three-point land versus Rapid City Stevens we saw at the end of December. And she's been also known to shoot the ball very well. This time a spin move in the middle of the lane, bumps off of every part of the rim, and falls down for 2 points for the Spartans. Bowman's first basket.
Yeah, quick shot. Knew what she wanted to do with it. Now we're going to have a foul on the Spartans. Is that on Grubb again? It is. So 2 quick ones on Tierson Grubb. So she'll come out.
And again,
that's what happens. You run the danger of a press. You run the danger of putting her up top and getting a little too physical. Then boom, boom. Here in the first quarter, 2 fouls.
Anna Eisenbarth checks into the contest, a 5'6" junior guard. First one off the bench for Coach Johnson, and a great play underneath as Hot Springs wanted to go inside right away after Grubb left to Susanna Campbell, the 5'11" senior center. But right there with great hands was Addie Bowman. So now Hot Springs to inbound. Looking underneath, they tried throwing it to Campbell again, but threw it off of looked like the back shoe of a Spartan. Also into the game is Sierra Sanford, a 5'7" junior guard, our superior performer for our last broadcast between Spearfish and Hill City. Inside to Campbell again. Spearfish read it right away with Addie Bowman. Quickly up floor, Sanford did not have the layup. She didn't have great position, so she just went ahead and took it outside to Scharf, who takes it to the rim. Doesn't get the layup, but will head to the charity stripe for 2.
Yeah, Kate decided, hey, I'm going to take this lane to the hoop and try to, get the layup, but she got fouled on the way there, so she'll try her luck at the free throw line.
Campbell's first foul. Scharf hits the first free throw. Looking at, again, Kate Scharf scoring, the only Spartan scoring double-digit points a contest entering tonight. As now we have another sub as Rooks will re-enter the contest for the Bison, and Scharf goes 0 for 2 from the free throw line.
And a near turnover there, and could have been double dribble.
So the Bison having a hard time dealing with the basketball, but they've been able to recover from their own mistakes, as that's another knocked pass that falls into the hand of a Bison. Sierra Sanford is
all over him,
making it hard for anyone in blue and white jersey to simply dribble a basketball.
That's what you want. You want to be very tenacious here. You want to just overwhelm a team that has the lack of experience.
So now on the inbounds pass, Sanford again making it quite difficult to force an inbounds pass. Hot Springs still with the possession, trailing 13-7 with 1:51 left to go in the first. Inbounds pass, it goes to White. White dribbles through the lane, pops it back outside to Rooks. Man defense as Rooks is guarded by Kate Scharf. Rooks will take it through the left side through the lane, deflected out of there by Bowman. And the pass eventually makes its way back into the hands of Haley White, and she ran out of shot clock.
Yep, you can see the shot clock there on the KDSJ-TV scorebug if you're watching at home, and just ran out of time.
So still 13-7, minute 33 left to go as Eisenbarth in the middle of the lane gives it straight back to a Bison. And now we have a foul on Spearfish, as I think that was Reiners trying to run back on defense and took a swipe at the ball on the way back to her end of the court. Sloppy basketball, really, from both teams from a ball handling perspective. Definitely tell that maybe a little rusty for Spearfish, not playing in almost 2 weeks. Some of these passes that they've worked hard to improve have been a little bit slow and a little bit sloppy here to start this game.
A little bit, and again, you got to improve that. You got to crisp that up for when you play Mapaialuda on Thursday. You've got to be ready. They are so fast and can just overwhelm you with defense. Again, yes, I know that's looking ahead beyond this game, but it's hard not to do when you got them breathing down your neck. Could have been a near double dribble there.
As now the Bison having to throw it quickly to, I think the intended passer, that intended receiver was Torrin Johnson, another freshman. Shocker there. As Emmy Baker, another freshman, will throw in the ball. She throws it back to Johnson, another freshman, who dribbles in on Eisenbarth, eventually loses her dribble, gets it back, throws it to the outside. That is Presley Trevelyan, an 8th grader. Trevelyan still with the ball in the knee brace. Baseline goes Hot Springs, and right there to force the jump ball is Addie Bowman.
Yeah, Addie Bowman all over it on the defense there, and Trevelyan, she's going to be good. She's got some talent handling the ball there, and a couple of times we've seen her kind of drive in to see if she can draw a foul on the defense, so that's looking up for Hot Springs.
Extended 2-3 zone. Excuse me, it's a 1-3-1. Here's a short 15-footer by Bowman that sinks through the bottom of the net.
Nice set shot, took her time, knocked it down, so easy 2 for the Spartans.
Bowman's got 4, 35 seconds left to go in the quarter, as Hot Springs able to pass their way through the press. Underneath to Campbell, too long of a pass. A short jumper on the other side, as on the overpass, Torrin Johnson able to come up with the ball. She hits about the 10-foot jumper on the baseline. It's now 15-9 with 15 seconds left to go. Bowman from the high post. Goes cross-court inside Eisenbarth. Outside Sanford into the middle of the lane. Floater by Bowman. Back rim, no good. Rebound controlled by Hot Springs. Low pass, though, is eventually controlled by Trevelyan. Goes to Campbell, but by the time she grabbed the ball, there was no more time left on the clock. So at the end of first quarter, it is 15-9. The Spartans might still be asleep after the long break. Hot Springs, again, also having some trouble handling the ball, but we'll see what quarter adjustments of both coaching staffs make, as it's 15-9 after the end of one quarter. We'll be back in 1 minute for some more high school basketball on KDSJ Sports.
And out more.
You see them everywhere. That's because Heinzerling Concrete of Spearfish is the most trusted name for everything from driveways, sidewalks, decorative stamp patios, and of course, foundations. Heinzerling Concrete is proud to support the activities that help our area youth build their foundation for future success. Whatever the job, Heinzerling Concrete is the name you can trust. Google Heinzerling Concrete in Spearfish or call 210-2320.
Beef Logic Inc. is proud to sponsor South Dakota's high school and collegiate athletes this season as they work alongside their partners at the South Dakota Beef Industry Council to deliver the Build Your Base sports nutrition program at local high schools and colleges around the state and the country. Are you looking for a simple, easy-to-follow program that can help you and your family optimize performance both on and off the field of play? Check out buildyourbase.org and learn why beef continues to be the premier protein for athletic performance and recovery.
After that quarterly timeout, we're back in action here at the Spearfish High School gym. Clayson Davis and Paula James on the call between Spearfish and Hot Springs. The Bison with the ball first as Trevelyan goes baseline. Eventually Gets cut off by Eisenbarth, goes inside. A floater in the middle of the lane's no good. Great defense by Taylor Vitto on Emma Baker. Now the Spartans with their first possession quickly up the floor. Layup by Kate Scharf as the Spartan ball movement just simply outran the Hot Springs defense. And Scharf gets her first bucket of the second quarter.
And that's what you want to see if you're head coach Dakota Johnson. Quick down the floor, decisive. And now we see one of the Hot Springs Bisons trip and fall down. That was Haley White, but it was knocked by one of the Spearfish players out of bounds.
So it will stay with the Spartans. Leading scorer was Tierson Grubb with 5 in the first quarter. And meanwhile, a steal by Kate Scharf. The layup hung up on the front of the rim for a second, but eventually fell into the good side of the bucket for 2 more points.
Yeah, Scharf all over the place now. And that, now we're going to have a turnover. It looks like it's going back to Spearfish. So this press really wreaking havoc against Hot Springs.
You can definitely tell right after that halftime message that Coach Johnson wanted to see her girls fly around, much like what we saw versus Hill City. They almost seemed like lackadaisical, second questioning passes, but now the Spartans running the floor and getting easy transition buckets from Kate Scharf.
And we're seeing that again. Got some younger guards out there, or less experienced, like Sierra Sanford and Anna Eisenbart there. Some of those passes maybe just a bit telegraphed at times, and you see Hot Springs kind of motioning like they're ready to pick it off. So until that, again, repetition happens and you realize, hey, I got to throw a fake before I throw my pass, I've got to at least get the defense a little off balance.
1-3-1 zone from Hot Springs. Cross-court pass, Eisenbarth, stop, drop 3, top the key. Rolls off the rim twice. Tierson Grubb in the game with 2 fouls. Her putback's blocked outside to Sanford in the corner. Sanford going baseline. Loses the ball on the way up, and I believe we'll have a foul on the floor by Hot Springs, and it will be a foul on Rihanna Kindred.
Yep, that'll stay on the floor. It'll not be a shooting foul.
So on the inbounds, Sanford goes to the middle of the lane. Really got stopped right away, and she just kind of threw up almost like a prayer with her left hand. Really wasn't an attempt at a layup, and they call the foul on the floor. And Kindred just picked up back-to-back fouls. So now outside, quick handoff to Scharf, corner 3, too strong. Rebound goes to Campbell, so Spearfish, after multiple offensive rebounds, not able to turn it into points. They still lead by 9, 19-9. Nice ball movement on the inside by Hot Springs as they went from one block to the other block. Can't make the short jumper. Now quickly up the floor is Kate Scharf. Scharf steps back out to Tierson Grubb. Grubb dribbles through the middle of the lane. Splits through the double team. Sanford swings it around to the other corner. Anna Eisenbar, three-pointer too strong. And the rebound will go off of Tierson Grubb. And a good box out by Presley Trevelyan to box out Grubb from trying to save the ball in bounds, and Hot Springs with the possession.
Yeah, some real good ball movement, some open shots, just not hitting the shots, not knocking them down for Spearfish right now. Getting some open looks at some three-pointers, and this could easily be another 10 points on top of the lead for Spearfish.
Taylor Vitto with the steal from laying on the ground, able to get it to a teammate. That's Addie Bowman. Bowman dribbles into the middle of the lane, stops the drive outside. Kate Scharf, stop drop, corner 3, no good. Sanford with the long rebound, back outside. Bowman swung around to Scharf, over into the corner. Reiners, so we'll cross-court pass to Sanford. Sanford going baseline, almost trips over her own feet, not able to get the layup. And jump ball on the floor as the rebound went straight into the arms of Presley Trevelyan.
Yeah, Johnny on the spot there. She comes through out of control a bit at times, but she is the one that has not been afraid to take the ball and try to drive, dribble, penetrate, and she's been getting fouled in a lot of these games, so more chances at the free throw line. Now another turnover.
So Spearfish able to, anytime that Hot Springs has got the ball in the middle of the lane, Spearfish has been right there to force the turnover. So now we have Reiners, a corner 3, rattles in and out of the basket, no good. And the rebound will go off of
Hot Springs, I think.
No, they say it goes off of Spearfish.
Oh, it did, okay.
Close call. Again, our law on the court being brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. getting close to the halfway point in quarter number 2. It's 19-9. Boys contest coming up next on KDSJ Sports, 980 AM, 103.5 FM, and KDSJ-TV. As the pass inside, it would have been an easy layup for Kindred, but Kate Scharf there with the steal. Quickly up floor. Reiner's too strong on the rebound, or on the layup. Rebound goes to Vito outside. Bowman dribbles through the lane. She's going to get fouled, and she will head to the charity stripe for 2.
Yeah, and oh man, nice feed. Perfect pass down to Callie Reiners there. Just couldn't hit it from the right. She's naturally left-handed, so I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but couldn't hit the right-handed layup.
So now here comes Addie Bowman on for 2. She does make the first one. So that's her first point of the second quarter. Spearfish with 5 points this quarter. The Bison scoreless. And Bowman goes 2 for 2 from the free throw line. She's now got 6.
You can hear that one rattle around and drop through, and it is a lead of 12 for Spearfish.
Cross-court pass into the middle of the lane is Rooks, who's back in the contest. Outside Trevelyan, inside Campbell. Fadeaway from about 8 feet out, no good. Rebound controlled by Sierra Sanford. Sanford's putting on the Jets. Doesn't have a layup outside. Swung to the top key. Taylor Vito downtown. Spearfish off the rim, no good. Rooks with the rebound.
Again, good ball movement. Way to swing it around and get a nice open shot at the top of the key, but couldn't hit it.
So now the Spartans, they forced many turnovers and kept the Bison scoreless. And then a jump shot by Campbell, who misses everything, goes straight into the arms of Scharf. Scharf, hook shot layup, no good. Rebound goes straight to Bowman. Inside Taylor Vito. She can't get the put back, right underneath the basket. And a timeout by head coach Mike Remington. A lot going on.
Yeah, there is a set of events there as we see the layup by Scharf from a little bit earlier where she rolled one home, and a couple of layups since then. The Spartans have not been able to hit, haven't been able to hit a couple of open three-pointers as well. So kind of a rough deal when it comes to your shooting percentage. You need to hit some of those open shots.
As we send it back to Paul James with tonight's scoreboard being brought to you by Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Paul, what on earth is going on across the state?
Well, girls games going now. Of course, Sioux Falls Roosevelt beat Harrisburg 55-48. Hurons leading Brookings by 2 with 4 left in the third. O'Gorman is beating Aberdeen Central 50-25.
Well, I knew O'Gorman was good. They were last year's state champions, but Aberdeen Central, I thought they were kind of the bee's knees this year.
Yeah, that's the start of the third quarter in that game. And Sioux Falls Jefferson just starting leading Yankton 8-0.
As we return to live action here in Spearfish, Rooks has the ball stolen away by Sanford. Sanford turning on the Jets, and this time not too strong with the layup. She gets the 2 points, and Sanford now breaks into the recap with her first bucket of the night. It's now 23-9, and the Bison will about go 5 minutes without a single point.
And now we're going to have a foul, I think, on Sanford maybe.
Sanford, that's her first, and she's forced a lot of turnovers. And again, traditionally, you try teaching your athletes, play straight up. Not Sanford. If that ball is within an arm's distance, it doesn't matter if there's someone in front of it or not. She is going after it.
Yep, she is. And there was a nice layup that she had just a bit ago, and they're going to get their chances at layups. They got to hit those.
Pass in bounds by the Bison, and there's their first point. A nice little floater off the hook shot layup from, I think that was Haley White with the bucket.
Yeah, a little running one-hander. Now bad pass and a turnover.
So Spearfish again haven't quite had the crisp passes that we saw versus Hill City. But the Bison now looking to go back-to-back possessions with points. They're trailing 23-11. Inside to White, back outside Trevelyan. She will shoot the three in front of Kate Scharf, and it goes off the side of the backboard, no good. Quickly up floor to Sanford. Sanford, cross-court pass, and that's deflected.
That was kind of a lackadaisical pass. It wasn't with a lot of urgency or force. Just kind of, I'm going to lob this over there, but it's just everything moves too fast to do that.
Well, meanwhile, Hot Springs, they have a hard time holding on to the ball this half as well, as there's a turnover forced by, I think that was Reiners this time. Nice find, Vito outside to Reiners. Reiners through the lane, and she loses the dribble on the way to the basket, and a turnover by Spearfish. And now Hot Springs with the ball with Tervillian. Tervillian picked up about the Spearfish logo, goes to White on the elbow. White makes a dribble, wants to make a move, dumps it back to a teammate with Johnson, back to White. White about lost the ball from Reiners, throws it over to Emmy Baker. Back to White. 10 seconds left to go in the shot clock. White through the middle of the lane, and she will be fouled on the floor as she beat Reiners after Reiners was all up in her grill.
Yeah, Reiners has been doing a good job coming out, pressuring those guards and creating some turnovers here and there. And back on the other end, when Reiners lost it after she tried to drive in on the lane, it looked like she got by the initial defense and then was going to figure out what to do with the ball and lost her handle on it.
Ariana Rooks in the game for the first for Hot Springs. Avery Radicus, a 5'9" sophomore forward, into the game for Spearfish for the first time.
She's in the mix right away, causing the tie-up. So Radicus doesn't take long to make a difference out there on the floor.
Again, coming up, we'll have our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. We will go over first half scoring, look at a few highlights on KDSJ-TV, go through a scoreboard. Paul and I will get a sandwich and maybe even chuck a duck.
Sandwich?
That's your job there, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, we get to chuck a duck. You were nice enough to get me a duck. They have a little competition at the half.
That's coming up as Bowman goes on the inside, and she threw an elbow right into a Hot Springs Bison, and an official saw the entire thing.
Yep, and she's kind of had the reaction like, did I do that? Did you catch me doing that? Did I really do that?
The reaction that every single, not saying this is Bowman, but every single 5-year-old has when they're caught with their hand in the cookie jar. Nuh-uh.
No. Well, yes, but no.
So under a minute left to go. Hot Springs with the ball. They've scored 1 bucket, 2 points this entire quarter. And now looking for a shot to try to crawl back in this game. Ball is pinballed around, eventually gets into the hands of Kate Scharf, as there's about 9 seconds in between shot clock and game clock, as the game clock now under 35 seconds. Corner 3 off the rim, no good. Scharf, though, with the rebound, runs over a Bison. Short little jumper, too easy for the sharpshooter.
Yeah, Scharf knocks down the 2 there with 25 seconds to go in the half. Now Spearfish by 14.
Scharf with 6 points this quarter alone, 25-11 with 15 seconds left to go. Avery Radicus about to force a turnover, goes off the foot of a Bison. Able to get it back was Emmy Baker. 8 seconds left to go. Here's Radicus, a deep 3 by Tervillian off rim, no good, and it will land out of bounds. With 2.7 seconds left to go, Spearfish will catch and shoot to end the quarter.
We'll see what they do here, if there's any pressure applied. I know who I'd want to shoot it, and it's her. Here comes
Scharf
Kate.
from the opposite volleyball line, off the back rim. That was too close.
Well, almost knocked it down, but not quite, as we take a look at that one on the Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay on KDSJ-TV. It's halftime. We got a lot going on with the Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. It's coming up in 2 minutes, KDSJ Sports.
Just got a quote from a company and are now being billed for not choosing them. Many contracts have what's referred to as a contingency agreement. These typically state that if you don't go with them, you, after insurance has approved the repair work, will be charged a percentage of the job they quoted. Ask up front if they charge to provide an estimate. Never sign anything that you haven't fully read or understand. If you have any questions, reach out to the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
No matter what life throws in your direction, Dana Dental Arts and Spearfish reminds you to make you and your family's dental health a top priority. Putting off small problems now can lead to big ones later. We are small enough to feel like family, but big enough to bring you the latest technology. Before your lives get too hectic with school, sports, and other extracurricular activities, schedule a comprehensive exam now. We love our patients. Celebrating 50 years of dentistry in Spearfish.
Let our family care for your family.
Your vehicle is more than just a ride. It's a part of your life. And Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram will get you road ready. From a multi-point inspection, brakes, batteries, and tires, the certified technicians in Junix Service Department will keep you moving. Schedule your appointment today at Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram on West Jackson in Spearfish. Make eating better. Easy with Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish. Just because you're in a hurry doesn't mean you can't eat better. Made-to-order smoothies, wraps, sandwiches, and flatbreads that instantly boost your mood. All with delivery available. Plus, check out all the different flavors of smoothie bowls, salads, and even breakfast items. Located off I-90, exit 14 on Platinum Drive, just down the hill from the Holiday Inn. Eat well, live well at Tropical Smoothie Cafe in Spearfish.
Whether you
Well, I don't know about you, Paul, but that was fun chucking a duck from the nosebleeds here at the Spearfish High School gym.
Yeah, I couldn't get full extension. That's my blame on my terrible throw. But yours was not a bad throw. Yours got in the vicinity.
I tried getting it there, but, you know, it was enough of a distance. It's hard to judge the distance, and wow. For those not wondering what's going on here on KDSJ, we're shooting threes here during halftime, our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Shooting for the Stars, college scholarships being awarded here tonight. And I believe that was Corey Kyle who nailed the first one.
Yep.
She's going to school right here at Black Hill State and joining the track and field program. And she might go home with a little extra money she can put into what college kids need the most, food.
Well, she played basketball when she was younger, too.
She's
hit a couple three-pointers.
Oh, yeah, she's been there, done that. It's our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show brought to you by Wolves here in Spearfish. Give them a call at 605-642-5755 or see more at wolfph.com. Well, I was in the middle of doing my math, which we all know is a process in itself, and then Paul told me I need to go throw my duck as hard as physically possible, and so I haven't been able to tally up scores. Luckily, there wasn't a lot of scoring this first half.
Well, that's all right. You can add them on the fly, can't you?
I tried. I can count to 20 on a good day. So, while we look at some highlights from our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay, let's look at some of the stats and from scoring. Starting off with the Hot Springs Bison, only scored a single bucket in the second quarter.
Yeah, ouch. Good defense, good job by the Spartans there to keep the Bison off the board.
As the Bisons led by Haley White with 4 points, 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 3 points from Presley Turbillion, and an 8th grader in the starting lineup. She's got 3, and then 2 points from Ariana Rooks and Torin Johnson. Both of those were in the first quarter. And again, Hot Springs only averaging 26 points per game, and they are below that average going into the second half. They only got 11. Spearfish, they're led in scoring by, I'll give you one guess, Paul.
Kate Scharf?
Yeah, you're right. Kate Scharf, who averages double-digit points a game. Well, she's got double digits in the first half. She ended the half with 12 after 8 points in the second quarter, 3 after the first. Tierson Grubb was the leading scorer after 1. She had 5, did not have a basket in the second quarter, but she's got 5. 6 points from Addie Bowman, 4 in the first, 2 in the second. We also got 2 points on a layup from Sierra Sanford. So 4 girls have scored for head coach Dakota Johnson. 4 girls have scored for head coach Mike Remington. And that's scoring here with our Wolves Plumbing and Heating halftime show. Again, brought to you by Wolves Plumbing and Heating in Spearfish. Let's take another timeout of 2 minutes. Look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard and the third quarter start. Coming up next here on KDSJ 980 AM, 103.5 FM, KDSJ980.com, the KDSJ Sports mobile app, and your hometown stream for your hometown team, KDSJ-TV.
Here for years, or if you're new to town, everyone wants to know the best place to buy a quality pre-owned car, truck, and SUV, or where to go to have your current ride kept in shape. Brandon Kemp here from Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. Need new tires? We got them, all major brands. Your brakes squeaking, or do you just hear something that's not quite right? We can help. Or maybe you're looking to upgrade to something a little more suitable. Well, you came to the right place. Superior Auto Solutions on Colorado Boulevard in Spearfish, or find us online at superiorautost.com.
The Stadium Sports Grill is where sports fans meet in Spearfish. The stadium is locally owned and operated, and they carry the NFL ticket, NBA package, college sports pack, and stream all BHSU and Spearfish Spartan sporting events. Their famous steak tips and hand-patty burgers will satisfy any sports fan. The stadium is a full bar and grill, open daily for lunch at 11 a.m. and serving brunch on Sundays starting at 10. Plus, don't forget the scoreboard on Ryan Road next to Safeway. See you soon at the Stadium Sports Grill, Main Street, Spearfish.
Whatever the weather, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating keeps you in the comfort zone with expert heating and air conditioning repair or replacement from American Standard Mitsubishi. For over 70 years, Wolf's Plumbing and Heating has delivered quality service to the Northern Hills and Northeast Wyoming. When you need timely, expert service for heating, cooling, or plumbing, call 605-642-5755 or search Wolf's Plumbing and Heating and stay in the comfort zone.
Bank West is rooted in South Dakota. Committed to local success. Just like you. We're all connected. In South Dakota. For South Dakota. Convenient, connected, committed. Bank West.
Fisher Sand.
The band is alive and well. Probably the best band in the Black Hills Conference. I think they've won it the past 2 or 3 times. I don't know. They're really good.
Yep.
But they're blowing just to the right of us in our Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. It's halftime, 25-11, Spearfish leading Hot Springs. Want to thank SP3AR-B8P for joining us here on YouTube. Big Spartans fan. Thank you for tuning in on KDSJ-TV. If you're watching on TV or on Facebook, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to KDSJ-TV so you don't miss another live sports broadcast, and also leave a comment where you're watching from.
Yeah, we'd love to hear. Can watch from anywhere.
Let's send it over to Paul James with our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard and see what else is going on across the state.
Okay, well, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, they beat Harrisburg 55-48 earlier. Huron leading Brookings 37-30 with 5 minutes left in the fourth. O'Gorman is beating Aberdeen Central 64-44, start of the fourth quarter. Jefferson leading Yankton 19-18, 4 minutes left in the second. And T-Area is beating Watertown 35-16 into the first half. Let's see what else we have here. Shadron, Nebraska beating Custer 31-6 at the end of the first half there. Jones County beating Stanley County by 2 at the end of the first half, 19-17. Also going on tonight, Hill City at the end of the first half, leading Belfouche 29-26. Those are all the scores there. Let me see if we have any out of Class B here tonight. Timberlake leading Sully Buttes 57-49. Lemon beating Dupree with 3 minutes left in the third, 52-23. And that's what we've got going on in the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Really not much in the way of any boys games underway quite yet. Lemon leading Harding County 18-11 with 5 minutes left in the first half.
And that's a look at our Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard here on KDSJ. Spearfish outscoring Hot Springs 10-2 in between quarters 1 and 2.
And that's great job on defense if you're Spearfish against Hot Springs, but also on offense. You'd have liked to have seen your offense put up a few more than 10 points as you're up against an opponent that's a lot less experienced than you and a lot younger, so we'll see what the second half holds.
Hot Springs with 8 freshmen on the team. Here's a jump shot by Campbell for the Bisons, no good. And Kate Scharf running quickly up floor, cross-court pass, Vito into the corner. That is Addie Bowman. Bowman top key, downtown three-pointer. Kate Scharf, front rim, no good. Rebound, though, controls by Reiner. She will get it back to Scharf and will reset the play. Into the corner with Vito. Vito didn't like the drive, goes outside to Bowman. Tierson Grub back in the game. Corner three, Taylor Vito rolls off the rim, no good. And the rebound eventually controlled by Hot Springs and Emmy Baker.
Well, again, good for Spearfish, and you had some good open shots, but if you want to find the bad, you missed all of them.
So again, Spearfish, this is their first game in a little under 12 days, as Friday's contest versus Douglas was postponed. A wild layup that goes off the top of the backboard, no good. Rebound goes to Bowman. Bowman into the corner, now Scharf. Tried it, throwing it to her senior teammate on the inside on the roll to Tierson Grubb, but pass was not there. We've seen that a lot from Spearfish tonight, that's almost like predetermined passes, and I know we made the point that maybe a few of them are a little bit lazy, but also it also seemed like that the girls are predetermining where their passes are going, especially when it comes to throwing it in the paint and underneath.
And always good. I mean, at least you're in a game here where you can figure some of that stuff out, work some of that stuff out. But it's got to get a little smoother here as we get deeper into the season. And we've seen in a lot of instances that it has gotten better, but still needs some work.
As going baseline, Trevelyan stopped, goes back out of the key, intercepted Kate Scharf. Scharf quickly up the floor, layup on the other end is good.
A great job by Kate there, anticipating the pass, and all the way down, easy two for the Spartans.
So Scharf, her first 2 points of the second half. She had 12 at halftime, now up to 14, right around her average for the season, and a steal by Tierson Grubb. Tierson will dribble it straight to a Bison. And a turnover by Spearfish with Trevelyan. Johnny on the spot with the steal. So now the Bison trying to run through their offense. Man defense from the Spartans. Trevelyan, elbow three off the rim, no good. Two girls hit the ground hard, and now quickly up floor is Bowman. Bowman, layup on the other end's good.
Addie Bowman finishing that one off, and again, I was preaching it in the first half. Got to hit your layups, and she got one there.
So Bowman hitting a layup. It's now 29-11. Hot Springs, they went almost 5 minutes in quarter number 2 without a bucket, and they might be having a similar streak. Trevelyan tries backing down a Spartan. Kick-out shot, no good. Good rebound by the Spartans. No one was able to get the rebound as it bounced twice, but then the pass up floor to Scharf, too strong, and the ball will go out of bounds.
Yeah, a little too far ahead of Kate. She couldn't quite handle it. Tried to flip it back behind her, but to no avail. So the Spartans here controlling by 18.
29-11. 5:55 left to go in quarter number 3. As pick and roll action, it's underneath by Hot Springs, but no one able to shoot the ball. Now the ball goes straight into Kate Scharf, who then loses it. And it will go out of bounds and stay with the Bison. Torrin Johnson, the freshman guard, caught underneath the backboard.
Kind of a hot potato there. Nobody could hang on to, and got a substitution. It's Anna Eisenbarth.
And she will enter for Tierson Grubb. So 4:45, and now Scharf will leave the game. A little blood, I'm assuming, or Spartan's got 4 players on the floor, and that I see that now because Bowman is being attended to by head trainer Jessica Harkless, and just like that, Bowman returns like she never left.
Yeah, she's got a little something wrapped around the knee.
So. Game on here in Spearfish, 29-11, 4:43 left to go in the third. As Hot Springs with the ball, still looking for their first points of the second half. Tried throwing it inside to Campbell, but there was a Spartan waiting in the wings. And then Avery Radicus, who checked into the game, ended up with the ball. And there were 2 Bison playing tug war with Radicus to try to get the jump ball.
She seems to have a knack for finding where that ball is. She's had several chances to tie it up so far.
Spearfish on offense. Bowman now over to Eisenbarth. Radicus can't control the ball as it goes through her hands, and a turnover.
She was almost looking like there. She thought that was intended for somebody else, but out of bounds it goes.
Radicus hasn't had a lot of playing time off the bench this season, but again is probably about the third option for Coach Johnson off the bench. As Hot Springs now with the ball on offense, goes inside to Campbell, and it's stolen away by Taylor Bitto, who about threw it out of bounds, but luckily right there was Anna Eisenbarth. Again, Spearfish passes is something that might need to be cleaned up here before they pay a visit to Pine Ridge and Mapea Luta coming up on Tuesday. Radicus through the lane, shot blocked, but she'll head to the line for two.
So Radicus again got a quick move, and she went right to it, knew what she wanted to do there, and it paid off as we look at it on the Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. And she is at the line shooting two.
So Radicus, first free throw is off front rim, no good. Checking in is Sierra Sanford and Kate Scharf, as Radicus will try to put the Spartans over the 30 mark, and she does. First point of the game for Avery Radicus. It's now 30-11. Hot Springs looking for their first bucket. And right on cue.
Off the window.
Off the bank is 2 points for Susan Campbell. So Campbell's now got 2 points and 3 fouls. Spearfish on the other end, inside Radicus. The body's hitting the floor. Eisenbarth looks inside. Vito outside. A short little jumper by Radicus. Off no good. Rebound eventually controlled by White. And White gets shoulder checked by Anna Eisenbarth.
Yeah, Eisenbarth thought she maybe had the angle on that. Didn't. Ran into her and ended up with the personal foul there.
So 1 team foul apiece. Bison went almost 5 total minutes without a bucket. Their first bucket came with about 3:22 left to go in the quarter, roughly. More subs as Vito will now check out. Tierson Grubb will now enter the contest. Again, reminder that coming up next on KDSJ Sports, we'll have the boys contest between the Spartans and the Hot Springs Bison. The third Black Hills Conference match here on KDSJ-TV this season. As Trevelyan out top, that is Rooks. Rooks back over to one of the 2 freshmen in the starting lineup. Outside, Trevelyan, the 8th grader, trying to make a move on Sanford through the middle of the lane and tried to dump it off to Torrin Johnson, but it went straight to a Spearfish Spartan. Now Kate Scharf with the ball. Step back, throws it over to Sanford. Sanford cross-court pass to Eisenbarth. Elbow 3 off rim, no good. Scharf though with the rebound, the putback, and the 2 points.
Yeah, nice job by Kate Scharf getting position, kind of snuck in there real quick after the box out, or after the shot from outside, after the pass. She was able to get in there. So now we're going to have a timeout. I did not catch who took it.
I believe that would be the team in blue.
Okay.
We'll take one with them with about 2:29 left to go in quarter number 3. Spearfish leading 32-13. We'll be back in 1 minute for more high school basketball on KDSJ Sports.
Travel of Spearfish supports community and school athletics. Plus, they support community development with services in and around the Black Hills. Fisher is an aggregate company headquartered in Spearfish with 2 local commercial quarries in Beulah and Newcastle, Wyoming. They sell all sizes of aggregates for commercial and individual projects, from a pickup load to thousands of ton. Whatever you need, Fisher Sand and Gravel, proud supporter of all community, college, and high school athletics. Good luck to all teams and athletes competing in today's game.
It's back. The $9.95 Friday Steak Special returns to Deadwood at Maverick Steak and Cocktails. As you dine on delicious bites, watch the Gold Dust Casino action from a table overlooking the gaming floor. Enjoy over 200 of the newest slot machines and table games in Deadwood. Then use your club card for great discounts at the 2 hotels located off Main Street, right in the middle of the action. Get reservations today by calling 605-559-1400 or visiting golddustdeadwood.com.
After that timeout, we have a turnover by Spearfish. Quickly up floor, Kate Scharf underneath, and the ball is deflected as they tried getting it inside to Tierson Grubb. Hot Springs have done a really good job of limiting Spearfish in the paint, and Hot Springs, meanwhile, cannot hold on to the basketball very well tonight as a move put on by White eventually has the ball stripped away from the backside by Anna Eisenbarth, who's been playing pretty well this contest.
Now we're going to have
a travel.
Okay. I like the Spartans trying to get it inside to Tierson Grubb. Of course, she, in the beginning of the game, was kind of on a tear, was knocking down shots from inside, getting rebounds outside, and steals and dribbling the ball up the floor, and now trying to go back to her here in the second half.
So 32-13, Spearfish scores about 45 points a game. The Lady Bison about 26. As the ball pinballed around, eventually goes straight back to Emmy Baker. Baker on baseline, picked up her dribble, will throw it, and intercepted by Sierra Sanford. Sanford quickly up the floor, left-handed layup, left too short. Tierson Grubb with the rebound. Grubb makes a move on the inside. Radicus and eventually gets the ball, pops it back outside to Scharf. Top the key, three, bingo.
Scharf knocking that one down from outside, so a big killer there if you're Hot Springs. Thought you had that one defensed up pretty good, but not to no such luck.
Scharf with 6 points. This quarter, she's got 19, and she might just add on to it. Interception by Scharf, layup, good.
Yeah, that's the experience kind of taking over there, and that would be your freshman inexperience with some passes that just aren't very crisp. So,
excuse me, now she's up to, oh boy, math is hard. Now she's up to, I think, 8 or 9 points this quarter. Yeah,
I think it's 8 because I believe she had 13 at the half, did she not?
Yes, 13 at the half. Either 13 or 12. We all know how numbers are. So Spearfish makes a few substitutions. Vito and Reiners in the game as Rook's not able to cleanly field the pass and will go out of bounds, and now Spearfish will take possession with 43.4 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Again, coming up on Thursday, more Spearfish Spartan basketball live from Mapia-Luta High School as the Red Crowd Mapia-Luta Crusaders hosting Spearfish in a Black Hills Conference doubleheader. As Vito tried to throw in high to Grubb, and it was read perfectly by the Bison. As the Bison now still in that 1-3-1 defense inside. Grubb eventually gets it back out to Vito. Vito bounce pass inside. Good pass. A pop back out to Reiners in the corner. Here's a long 15-footer by Sanford, no good. And the rebound to Rooks with about 12 seconds left to go in the quarter. So can Hot Springs double their point total? Three-pointer or a long two, and it's good.
They can. We're down to 3 seconds.
So a long three-pointer at the buzzer.
Whoa.
A long shot off the rim, no good. And that is the end of the third quarter.
As we take a look at that almost last second shot by Hot Springs to get a couple more on the board, we head to the fourth quarter. Spearfish leading this one 37-15 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Back in 1 minute.
In a land of clutter and chaos, the Container Queen has you covered. At False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, we've got premium containers and custom sheds fit for royalty. Whether you want to buy new or used, she can handle the delivery. High cube, side doors, double doors, you name it, she's got it. Visit fbcccontainersandstorage.com or call today. False Bottom Creek Containers and Storage, home of the Container Queen.
Quality food at a fair price. That's what you expect, and that's what you'll get at the Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish. Perfect for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or to grab a bite to eat before or after the game. Choose from daily specials, and a trip to the fresh soup and salad bar is always a hit. Plus, the Millstone can accommodate larger groups, like buses or your next meeting in their private party room. So, if it's just you and a friend or the whole team, get a great meal at a great price. The Millstone Family Restaurant in Spearfish.
37-15, Spearfish leading after 3. Paul James and Clayson Davis in the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Spearfish starts off with the ball, goes into the corner 3 by Reiners, and it does not hit the rim, and nor does it really matter as Spearfish with an offensive foul.
Yeah, it was a moving pick called on Tierson Grubb there, so she picks up, what is it, number 3?
That is foul number 3. Spearfish with 12 points after the third quarter, adding on to their lead. Hot Springs added 4. So Spearfish again outscoring the Bison almost 5-1 throughout the game. Fourth quarter action. Hot Springs needing to score some points to try to mount a comeback. They talked about playing their pace of basketball. They've done a pretty good job of that, but just scoring and hunting for shots has been a problem when Spearfish has forced turnover on almost every other possession. As we have the ball go out of bounds off of Spearfish, and Hot Springs will keep possession. So to inbound, we'll have Hemi Baker. Baker wants to look on the inside, does finally get it to White. White goes now to Trevelyan. Trevelyan will travel with it, facing the pressure of Tierson Grubb.
So good D by Tierson. She's saying, heck, I don't care, 3 fouls. I'm going to play some good defense, tight defense, and now we're into the fourth quarter. So less of a threat there to foul out, but the Spartans get the ball after the turnover.
37-15, Spearfish with their first possession. Inside to Grubb. Grubb trying to make a move. Eventually puts up the left hand and took one too many steps on her post move to the basket. So that will be a travel by Tierson Grubb. She's got 5, all of them in the first quarter, and has not scored since. 37-15 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard.
The way she took off in this game, I didn't know if she was going to end up with 20 or what, but of course she got cooled off when she hit her second foul early in the first quarter. Now steal.
Sanford quickly up the floor with the steal, using the left hand, too strong. Tierson Grubb, though, she's back in the scoring column with the rebound and the putback.
Yep, she finally got herself in the right place at the right time and able to pick up a couple of points there down low.
So Spearfish with their first points of the fourth quarter, and now there's Grubb with the steal, and quickly up floor, Sanford leading the charge. Sanford can't quite get the layup, though. Rebound to Eisenbarth. Vito now to Grubb. Now to Eisenbarth. Eisenbarth, stop, drop, elbow, 3, oh. Bingo!
Could see she was looking to shoot, looking. She had been off the mark a couple of times earlier in the first half, and that time she had it measured up.
Eisenbarth's first points of the night came on a 3. Let's check that out real quick on our Tropical Smoothie Cafe replay. We got a timeout, full timeout by the Hot Springs Lady Bison. Let's go ahead and take one with them. We'll be back in 30 seconds for more high school basketball on KDSJ-TV.
20 years, there's been a better alternative for car repair in Spearfish and the Northern Black Hills. It's Auto Doctor, with their 2 ASC certified mechanics who each have over 40 years of experience and their state-of-the-art facility. They'll treat your vehicle like it's theirs. From mechanical repairs, brakes, alignments, tires, AC work, and more, Auto Doctor also provides advanced diagnostics. From Audis to Volkswagens, if your car is ill, we're the pill. Auto Doctor off Exit 14 Heritage Drive, Spearfish.
And welcome back to the Spearfish High School gym. The Lady Spartans leading Hot Springs 42-15 with a 6:07 left to go in the fourth quarter. I'm glad there was a 0 on that clock in between the 6 and 7. That trend needs to die. Paul James, Clayson Davis from the Monument Health Orthopedic and Sports Medicine broadcast booth. Thank you to more of our sponsors, including the Stadium Sports Grill, which will be our post-game sponsor tonight here on KDSJ Sports. Also want to thank Pillin Optical in Rapid City, Superior Auto with our Superior Auto Solutions Superior Performer, Tropical Smoothie Cafe for the replay. Also want to thank Butte Electric, Butte County Equipment, Beef Logic, A&J Screening, and Vanway Trophy and Awards.
Megan Markovitz in the game for the Spartans.
First time we've seen her. Markovitz is a 5'4" freshman guard, as the shot underneath by Campbell's too strong, no good. Now here's Markovitz, the freshman. It's supposed to feel like a JV game for her for as many freshmen that Hot Springs fields. Again, Hot Springs, very young team, and getting that experience early for Coach Remington's crew. As Hot Springs, it's hard when you're in a rebuilding program and you don't have a lot of numbers, so you have to resort to freshmen and 8th graders. But once you get that experience early, if you're able to build upon it, you could do some good things by the time those kids turn into juniors, seniors, maybe even next year as sophomores.
That's true.
It'll be interesting to see what Coach Remington and the Hot Springs Bison will do. I mean, they can still make a run in this game, but offensively, they have struggled to score, and that's been a big part of it. That's turnovers from being forced by Spearfish. This time, Sanford gets too much into Campbell's grill, and Sanford picks up her second.
Yeah, Sierra, again, the last several games has done a good job keeping herself out of foul trouble. There's times earlier in some of these earlier games where she's fouled out, but keeping herself available throughout.
Step back three, no good by Trevelyan, and in the ball, and we got, is that a jump ball? It is a jump ball, as Campbell pretty much gave a giant backwards hug to Kinsley Schweigert, 5'5" freshman guard for Spearfish. So,
and Schweigert getting in the game for the Spartans as well. We're down to the final 5-10 on this one. It's a 27-point lead.
All the Spartan boys here in the gym. Before we get to that, we got an and one by Sierra Sanford underneath. But to my point, Paul, I've seen about the 5th or 6th Spearfish Spartan boy student section walk in with blonde hair. And one of them, I think, was Brock Lewis. I can't quote that for a fact, but I didn't think he was blonde.
Are we talking bleach blonde?
Yeah. Like, it's not natural blonde.
Okay. Not a wig?
No. If it is, it's a really nice wig. Sanford does not get the three-point play, but does get the and one. 4:45 left to go in the game. It's 44-15, so Spearfish a point away from their average per contest. Hot Springs about 11 away. So we return to live action with Trevelyan. She's got 3, all of them in the first half, goes underneath. One more pass, too strong for Hot Springs. That basketball has been a pinball the entire night, as it probably changed about 4 different sets of hands during that sequence on the rebound in about 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was a hot tamale there for sure, but now down to 4.5 to go in this one. Just a reminder for the boys game, when you watch that, you'll have to exit this stream and enter the boys stream once we start that, but that won't start till we've completed here.
And of course, during the boys stream, we will hear from head coach Dakota Johnson, who's got a three-pointer on the outside by Spearfish. And that was, I think, number 5, Tylee
Tatro, perhaps?
Tatro, probably?
Tatro. So
they're not seeing who they gave that 3 to. I think, nope, it was Megan Markovitz.
Okay.
So Markovitz able to nail the tray. And now Spearfish 47-15, looking to put this game further out of reach, but deflection by Hot Springs knocks the ball out of bounds. It will stay with Spearfish. Again, as we heard from Coach Johnson in the pregame, calling this week state tournament prep, or at least the next few weeks, as they went from not having a game in 12 days to having, I think within the next 2 weeks, they will have, I think, around 5.
Yeah, that's a change.
Especially one of them being the Douglas game that was postponed. As again, they got Hot Springs tonight, then on the road at number 1 and undefeated Mokpea-Luta, scoring over 70 points a contest and keeping opponents to about 30. As a three-pointer by Spearfish is no good, and Markovitz, another three-pointer. Eisenbarth makes up for it.
Yeah, you could see she was like, well, nobody's guarding me. I'm wide open. I'm going to take this shot, and she knocked it down.
Let's give Eisenbarth 6 on the night. All of it this quarter. It's now 50-15. Not quite the 30-point scoring running clock. Nope, it is.
Yep, a 35-point lead now.
So the clock will run. The final 2 minutes and 27 seconds. White beats the defense of Eisenbarth and gets the layup.
Good job driving in there.
So White had 4 points, scoreless in the third. This time breaks open scoring. And Paul, that was the first basket for Hot Springs this quarter.
Wow. So a couple of quarters in this game tonight where Hot Springs has struggled to even just score.
They had 9 in the first quarter, but then they had 2 in the second, 4 in the third, and then right now they've scored 2.
Tylee Tatro almost off to the races there as she got kind of tripped up as her eyes, I'm sure, got big. It was her chance to hit a layup, but she was fouled.
Head coach Dakota Johnson talking with her starters, probably something along the lines of, good job, we got the win, but there's definitely some things to clean up, and they have 1 day of practice to do it before they head to the Crusaders Palace and take on number 1 and undefeated Mapia-Luta.
Now three-pointer.
Deep three by Eisenbarth, rolls off the basket, no good. The rebound eventually controlled by Hot Springs and Emma Baker. Another Hot Springs Bison in the game wearing number 32. I do not have a 32 on my personal roster, so Paul, you might have to help me out with that one. And a steal right away by number 10 for the Spartans, Kinley Schreigert. And Schreigert dribbles into the lane, and
she got fouled, I believe. Yep.
Yeah, it is a foul, and it will be on the number 32 we talked about earlier for Hot Springs.
Yeah, I don't think I can help you on that one. I don't see a 32 either.
So now another substitution, as exiting the game is Ariana Rooks, and enter the game, number 23, Rihanna Kindred, freshman. Layup no good by Spearfish and Radicus, but ball back out to Spearfish. The shot clock is turned off with about 13 seconds left to go, and I think Spearfish is just going to elect to swing the ball outside the arc and will improve to 4-2 on the Junix Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram scoreboard. Spearfish, first game after about 12 days, will get a Black Hills Conference win, their third of the season, as they beat the Hot Springs Bison 50-17. We'll come back in 2 minutes with our postgame show. Abbreviated postgame show brought to you by the Stadium Sports Grill. We'll recap action, name a superior performer, and then get ready to go for the boys game. Spearfish wins 50-17. Postgame up next in 2 minutes.
It be imagined, it can be created. Eaton Construction in Belle Fourche specializes in site development for your next commercial project. Size is no issue. Earth moving for grading on any level. Utility installation for single projects or entire subdivisions. Whatever the project, Eaton Construction has it handled. Gravel hauling. Construction of roads from scratch and down to basements. You know who you need for the job. Eaton Construction. Call 605-210-2223 today. That's 605-210-2223.
Hillen Optical has been helping families see clearly for over 50 years. They're more than just an eye care center. They're part of your community, committed to keeping your family's vision healthy and strong. From kids' first eye exams to the perfect frames for every family member, they're here to make your experience easy, affordable, and comfortable. Come visit Hillen Optical, where your family's vision is their top priority, because seeing life's special moments starts with healthy eyes. Hillen Optical, caring for your family one pair of eyes at a time.
Final after game number 1, 50-17. Spearfish improves to 4-2 on the season. It's our Stadium Sports Grill post-game show brought to you by the Stadium Sports Grill in Spearfish, where sports fans meet. As Spearfish outscoring Hot Springs in this contest, Spearfish with double-digit scoring in each of its quarters. Meanwhile, Hot Springs had 9 in the first quarter, 2 in the second, 4 in the third, and 2 in the fourth. Spearfish was led in scoring by, guess who, Kate Sharp. She ended with, I believe, think around 21 or 23 points. Either way, a lot to lead the Spartans. I want to give her 21 unofficially. I want to say maybe 23 as I missed a bucket, but she led the Spartans. We also had 3 from Megan Markovitz, 7 from Tierson Grubb. We had 6 from Anna Eisenbarth, 4 from Sierra Sanford. Meanwhile, Hot Springs, they're led in scoring by Haley White with 6 points, 2 points from Emmy Baker, 2 points from Ariana Rooks, 3 points from Presley Turbillion, 2 points from Mariona Kindred, and 2 points from Susanna Campbell. So that's a look at scoring. Let's name a superior performer, being brought to you by Superior Auto Solutions in Spearfish. You can give them a call at 605-642-9111 or see their inventory online at superioroutosd.com. And it's going to be Kate Scharf tonight with 21 points, and to lead all scores, she had multiple steals and was able to pace the Spartans in scoring the entire night. So again, congratulations to Kate Scharf for this game's superior performer. That will do it for the girls broadcast. We'll take a break, come back in 1 minute with the start of the boys Jake's Collision Repair countdown to tip-off. Spearfish beating Hot Springs 50-17. We'll be back in 1 minute for the pregame with the boys on KDSJ Radio and, of course, on KDSJ-TV. This stream will end. Join us on the other end of the boys stream coming up here in a matter of moments on KDSJ Sports. Back in a minute on KDSJ Radio and KDSJ980.com.